So I already did my brows off camera. I'm going to have a tutorial coming up soon on how to fill in your brows, how I've been obsessing filling in my brows lately, but let's move on straight to the eyes. So I'm going to move on to using our primer first. I'm using MAC 24-hour eyeshadow base. This eyeshadow base is amazing. I feel like it really does the job, and you only need a little bit. Like, that's probably a little bit too much I apply. A little bit goes a long way with this product. It's super amazing, and the fun part is that it's clear, so it definitely does set. It's like, not set, but it's clear, so it has no color, but the color, whenever you put shadows on top of it, it just comes out so rich, so pigmented, and it's going to ensure that your shadows last all day and that they don't crease. I like to put some underneath the eye. So I'm going to start by using Arena eyeshadow. This is a this is like a peachy, how can I explain this color? It's like a peachy, a light peach with a hint of pink in it. And this is, I believe it's satin finish, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know JLO likes to keep her, like her makeup is just dewy and just very skin-like. So I feel like if we use a satin, it's going to mimic skin a little bit. So I'm going to apply this all over my eye just with a flat brush. It seemed like she had a really neutral color on her lid. So I'm just going to pack this all over my lid. So next, what I'm going to be doing is mixing soft brown and this blush by MAC. And this one is Pink Swoon. So I'm going to mix these two because because it seemed to me like she had like a very pinky, corally tone in her crease and lower lash line. So I feel like these two will really work really nicely. Apply this color all over my crease, and don't be scared to actually bring it above the upper crease, because she kind of brought it up really high. Well, her makeup artist brought it up kind of high. Making sure you dip the brush more towards more of the pink, because it look kind of like pinky and corally. So I'm just giving a fair amount to both sides. And I'm actually going to be spreading it out, because it looks like to me her makeup artist created like a halo effect, going towards the crease, bringing it out, and swooshing it down. I'm going to apply my lower lash line color a little bit later after I apply my foundation, so I'm just focusing on the actual eyelid area. Just bringing it up here as well. And fading it into the brow bone. And just repeat this step a couple of times just to create that nice depth into your eyes. Now, using Mary Luminizer, the By the Balm, this is a really nice champagne highlighter, and it's highlight going around her brow bone area. So I'm going to be applying that right here. Just going to capture the light really nicely. I mean, you cannot do a JLO look without adding some highlight, because she's like the queen of highlight. So I'm bringing it out. And just going back with my 224 brush by MAC, I'm just kind of diffusing those two one more time. Okay, so from the looks of it, it looks like she had a liner on, but it looks like more to me like she had like a brown liner on. The only thing she kept kind of dark was her lashes. So I'm going to be applying a little bit of MAC's Dip Down, a gel liner. It's a brown liner. And I'm just going to create a small little line. Not even, she didn't even have a dramatic one. It was just, honestly, I feel it was all about like the face, the glow, and that corally kind of tones peeking out. And the lashes, of course. Just dipping my brush. And I'm just going to create a thin line. Nothing too crazy. And I feel like brown just really brings out all the tones, all the corally pink tones. Now you guys can opt out for using an angle brush. I just prefer using a skinny brush like this because it just gives me more control. Whatever you guys feel comfortable with. I'm just doing like a small little baby wing. And then from here, you want to apply a nice thick layer of mascara and of course apply some falsies. I feel like when I saw her makeup look, the attention was a lot in her actual lashes and making sure they were nice, thick, and black. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I just apply mascara. I'm here applying MAC's Mineral Mascara. I love this mascara. It's very jet black and it's volumizing. So we want a lot of thickness. And I feel like the black on brown just created a really nice contrast. And just makes your lashes look a lot thicker. Oh, it's off camera. And of course from here, after you're done with that, I'm going to go ahead and apply some fake lashes. These are just some Ardell lashes that I have that I felt like look really, really similar to JLO's. So I'm just applying with my MAC tweezers. And after it sets a little bit, I like to pinch it. See? I'm so much better in this side. For next, I'm going to go ahead, I already applied some moisturizer. I'm just going to go ahead and use some essential oils by MAC. This stuff is amazing, especially now that the climate's a little bit more on the colder side, so my skin tends to be a little bit more drier. So I use like 3 to 4 drops. So I just kind of like go like this, warm it up with my hand. Make sure your hands are clean and just pat it into place. And of course, this is going to give you like a lovely glow to your whole foundation when you use it. And you cannot do a JLO makeup without having a glowy skin. So I feel like this definitely does help the part with that. And it does not make your skin oily. Don't worry. It's actually really, really good moisturizer. So moving on to foundation, I'm going to be mixing these 3 products. This is my MAC Studio Sculpt Foundation. It's a gel formula, so it's definitely really going to blend a lot easier and it's full coverage. And I'm also going to add these liquid illuminators. The one is by Moonstone by Becca. And the other one is a limited edition by MAC. It's a strobe cream. And it's the golden elixir, so it's more bronzy. Mixing these 3 bad boys is going to be amazing. It's going to really give you that whole JLO skin. So I'm just mixing that in the back of my hand. And then just applying it with a buffing brush. So it really just ends up looking like skin. I need a mirror. And just to further blend a little bit, I'm just going to dab my Beauty Blender sponge and just soak it in Fix Plus spray. So that way everything can look soft, but still remain that coverage. So I'm just going to take that like so. So next we're going to do a little bit of highlighting, and with cream products, I'm just taking Anastasia Cream Contour Kit. I'm just going to be taking banana and mixing a little bit with cream just to kind of give me a little, a nice subtle highlight underneath the eye. Taking that like so. I know you want to use banana by itself because I feel that's a little bit too bright, and she wasn't as so heavy highlighted. And I'm bringing a little bit towards my inner corner, and I'm going to bring those to make sure that anywhere else I want to kind of highlight a little bit. And I'm going to show a little bit down the nose. And of course I'm going to blend it out with my Beauty Blender. Because I feel like this really... So once we're done with that, I'm just going to set my concealer. Just so that way it won't crease. And this is just Invisible Powder by MAC Pro. Just gonna set this nose area too. I'm obsessed with this Invisible Powder by MAC Pro. It definitely just blurs out any texture, and it really smooths out your whole entire skin. And it really just smooths out your whole entire skin. I'm gonna set a little bit here, only because I'm going to be applying some bronzer there, so I really don't want it to get patchy. So next I'm going to be taking the Sculpting Powder by MAC, and this is in the shade Sculpt, just to kind of sculpt out my cheekbones a little bit, just to give some definition. And I'm also going to take a smaller brush, just to kind of define my nose area a little bit. So just moving out to the eyes really quick, I'm just going to finish it off by mixing again the same shadows we've been using the whole entire video for this look. Pink Swoon and Soft Brown. I'm going to mix these two. Putting my brush a little bit more into Pink Swoon and just kind of really smoke out underneath the lower lash line. And I feel like this is really going to tie in the whole look together. And then don't be afraid to actually bring it out here, because this is where her makeup artist actually extended the color a little bit out. And just going back and just creating that nice halo effect going all around. And then just for some added drama, I'm going to take a little bit of Embark. And I saw in the picture she focused a little more towards the lower lash line. So I'm just literally applying and moving my brush. Applying and moving my brush. And just kind of skipping lines a little bit. And this is just to give some extra definition in the lower lash line to make the lashes look a lot more thicker. And I'll apply some mascara on my bottom lashes. Now this part isn't necessary, but I just felt like I needed to add a little bit of this. I'm adding a little bit of Style blush. Just ever so slightly, a little bit there. And I feel like this really completes the whole entire look. Okay, now going back to complexion, I'm just taking Bobbi Brown's bronzer. And I'm just literally going to just bronze my whole entire face. We all know JLO likes a nice bronzy face, so I'm just going to go ahead and just in the number 3, just go back and forth. Just don't forget the hairline. And a nice number 3. A little bit too much. But you just want to keep going back and forth till you get the desired effect you want. Just make sure to go around the whole perimeter of the face. Like your hairline here. She brought some of her hairline there. And there, down the jawline. And whatever's left over is just down the center of the face. Just for an overall bronze effect. There you go. So you're going to have that going on. And now for our blush color, I felt that she had like a slight blush. I'm just going to be mixing Style and Pink Swoon. It was like a peachy, kind of the same, it was kind of the same tones her eyes were in. So I'm just going to mix those and just smile. And apply it in the apples of the cheek. And this is just really going to bring out the bronze a little bit more too. And now for the highlight effect that we all know JLO loves and personally I love. I'm going to take a little bit of Mary Luminizer into my fan brush. And just give it a good swoosh. And I'll apply it at the highest points of my face. So, right here, too. Just apply it right there. I like to just take my fingers and just blend it, warm the product up a little bit, break it. Break the product down a little bit. So it's nice and blended. Just taking a smaller brush and I just realized that she had a little bit of a highlight right here above this brow bone area here. Right there. Gosh, this look is beautiful. I feel like it reminds me a lot of spring and summertime. Just makes me feel warm inside. And now for the nose highlight, you want to strategically place it not down the whole nose, but in specific areas of the nose. So like in the right here in the tip of your nose to create a nice button nose effect. Just blend it out. And then you want to apply it here in this area. I'm just doing that with my fingers. And you want to leave the center alone. And she had no inner corner highlight. I'm going to go ahead and line my lips a little bit with Star Lip Liner just for some dimension. I'm going to finish the look by using Gaga 1. I feel like this is the actual lipstick her makeup artist used. I thought it might have been Saint Germain, but I feel like Saint Germain might have been a little bit too full coverage, and Gaga 1 is just a perfect color because it's a luster, so it goes on softly, but you could also build it up to medium coverage. And of course, finish the whole entire look by using a little bit of Fix Plus spray. This is really going to give you like an overall kind of dewy finish, and it's going to hold on your makeup a little bit better. So there you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I personally loved it. The moment I saw JLO's makeup in the Oscars, I was like, oh my god, this freaking makeup looks amazing. I actually posted a picture on Instagram, you know, with a picture of JLO and her makeup, and I was telling everybody, oh, you know, I really love it. Do you think I should record it? Do you think I should recreate it? And a lot of you guys were like, yeah, record it, please do it. And I was like, you know, okay. I mean, I was gonna do it regardless, but I just wanted to know your opinion on it. And I'm so happy I did it. This look is so beautiful. I feel like it was because of the pinky corally tones, it reminded me a lot of spring and summer, so definitely it gives you like a whole warm feel, and I feel like all warm inside. I forget that it's winter time, and I just I love you, JLO, I swear to freaking gosh. And I feel like a lot of people were like very didn't like the lips so much. People like they wished it was a nude, but I personally liked it. I liked that her makeup artist chose a pink lip. I feel like it definitely brought like a whole like spring feel to it. And I don't know, I personally love it. I think it's beautiful. It's not so dramatic, but it's not so natural, but it's the perfect amount of color, and I love it, and I'm definitely gonna be rocking this look. And of course the skin is all JLO. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see in my next video. Until then, until next time. Whoa. So guys, until next time. Mwah.